Hey guys, welcome back to the Race Survival Series, Week 4. We are in game number 7, and no matter what, we'll be getting a game number 8. Right now, one of each race remains, just how we like it. Up here at 12 o'clock, winning that last game against Movie, it is Speed. And in the bottom right position, the last Zerg player, HM. We are on Ascension. So definitely a map where you're more likely to see tech builds out of Terran. Pretty uncommon to see just straight barracks expansion. We'll see. Like I mentioned in that previous game, Speed definitely someone who plays outside the box, has his own way of looking at StarCraft. HM. Someone that, I mean, if you watch a lot on this channel, you've definitely seen a good amount of HM. He is definitely one of the better Zergs that is relatively unknown. I get to cast quite a few of his games. Really, really strong player indeed. So, yeah, guys, before we get super into it, thank you for watching. I really appreciate everyone watching ArtosisCasts. I'm really happy and humbled by how many people have subscribed to the channel and do check out these videos every day. It's over a year without missing one. So please take this moment and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Because you need some professional StarCraft 1 players fighting each other for your amusement every single day. And that's literally the only thing on this channel. So, hope you guys enjoy. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think and if there's any certain matches that you want to see. It's something I've actually been thinking about, that maybe I should sponsor a few pro matches for players that people really want to see that we don't see as often on the channel. I know that people were really excited about some of the Jaedong videos I put up and stuff like that, and we don't get to see those quite as often as they don't play in as many matches like this. Anyways, as you can see, this is a gas opener. Like I mentioned, for this map in particular, it's very, very common. Basically, it's very hard to stop Mutalisk harassment here, especially at 12 o'clock. Notice the mineral placement, how it's not all against the wall. It's also down here, right? Whereas, like, look at this space, right? It's all against the wall. So basically, you can build turrets here, and that'll zone there. And then you kind of have, probably your barracks would be here, and you build turrets here. And then you build turrets at your natural, right? So you have your 3 areas of turrets that zone the mutas out completely. Here, it's a little bit more difficult. It's like, okay, well, I guess you can have, like, turrets. Well, you can't really have them here. You need to put them kind of here. But then they're so far out they can't really get repaired, and the Marines have to be way back here. And then it's like, okay, well, I guess we can have them turrets here for your barracks. But then the mutas fly in here, right, in between. So it's like there's not a great connection when bases look like this. It happens a lot on 3-player maps that have a 12 o'clock base. It's true. It's true. Like, it's very oftentimes that it's hard to defend with turrets. So the answer to that for Terran is to tech up more quickly and get something that really stops the mutas a bit more dead in their tracks. Oftentimes Valkyrie rushes, sometimes Goliath builds. And this time, 2-port Wraith. All right. Speed showing some style here today for us. This is a hilarious Marine Scout. Another thing that you basically never see. He literally just walked. I wasn't even watching for that because I've never even seen it. Where you make your first Marine and you're like, you know what he's going to do? He's going to walk across the map and suicide into their base just to see what they're doing. And that's what he did. And, I mean, he got a little bit of intel. Like, he saw some drone counts, only 2 lings. He saw the Sunken being made. Now, we have this Vulture coming over. Of course, the Vulture can't get anything done because of the Sunken. A couple lings are here to block as well. Spire going up as a partial block to the main as well. Over here. First 2 Wraiths on the way. He'll probably go add-on after this first Wraith is done. And this is exciting. We get to see what the Wraith Micro for Speed actually looks like. You know, the very best Wraith Micros in the world, people like Leda. Well, I guess probably specifically Leda. Since I don't know if Lomo is even active right now. But some people can fight against... Oh, it looks like he damaged some drones pretty heavily, but doesn't really get the kills. But they can fight head-to-head against mutas. But I feel like every time I cast a game like this, the Terran player loses. It's a hard one. Mutas just beat Wraith straight up, so you have to use like tactics very heavily. Even if your micro is as good as theirs, the mutas just like, they're a more solid unit and they deal more damage and they just beat wraiths if they can see them. So it's all about getting those cloak moments to really work out. So Cloak has just started. He's getting actually a lot of damage with these first couple wraiths, but don't forget, he is on just one base. There's no command center started as of yet. But this is a huge amount of damage. Like, seriously, how many drones has he actually killed? So, 8 drones gone. Spores on the way. Well, 1 spore on the way at least. That is, I mean, a spore, it takes so many wraiths to kill a spore. I don't even know the number. It's a lot, though. And Burrow is done. Oh, very cool. Utilizing Burrow here to just make sure those wraiths can't get anything done. Cloak is not ready yet, so he's got to be careful. Scourge coming in. Ooh, does snipe a wraith. Every wraith really worth a lot right now. All right, Unburrow occurs and sends those drones back to mining. Does have 3 hatches, so HM can remake his drone count relatively quickly, but can he keep pressure on while doing this? Oh, we have a few more wraiths being made. Looks like gonna be going up to 6 here. And yeah, I'm not sure what number he's actually going to end up going for. Like, maybe he goes for a full group. I'm not sure. Engineering Bay is coming because as the Mutalist count grows, he is going to need missile turrets as well. Can't do it with just Wraith. You need some additional anti-air there, especially if Overlords make it over. You see that beautiful micro from Speed. Picking off a Scourge there. Natural Command Center almost done. He is up 5 workers still due to some of that early damage that he got with those first couple Wraiths. +1 air attacks is being made. Looks like a defensive Spore Colony going to be ready in the main as well. Good choice, since Wraiths are really the only way to deal damage right now. And this right here is Speed looking for Overlords. And he finds one. It's well hidden in the top right? Like, you send it all the way there, and if they're lazy at all, if they don't check, then you could be in trouble. Because if you just bring it over and have that vision, it's huge. Whereas, see this? Overlord Speed started after he killed the Overlord. So you see that HM did have a plan to utilize a slow Overlord here, just kind of sneaking it into the side. But since that's gone, and we can see there's no other Overlords anywhere nearby. This is the Overlords down here, right? And there's probably one up here. Yeah, there it is. So, yeah, he needs speed. So, well, he needs Overlord speed. Speed needs speed too, because that's who he is. But you can see he's actually blocked in SCV in here. Beautiful. Just like we see with Corsairs and a probe in the back. But yeah, he's got a very healthy Wraith count, continuing to make them here as well. And starting to make a few Marines also. Are we going to see an Academy? Like, I mean, you have to go something that hits ground. Well, I guess Wraiths technically do. Okay, a couple more barracks go up. Actually, before an Academy, which is a little bit surprising. I feel like normally you see the Academy first, but okay, he does start the Academy. Now, Overlord Speed is almost done. HM, right now, the way that this is looking, I feel like he needs the Mutas to do something. Because the economy right now for Terran is very, very good looking. And he's going to get into his bio pretty heavily. +1 is on the way. He's going to have 3 barracks in the Academy. Solid economy and all these Wraiths. So that's going to be a hard situation if it's just like some amount of mutas into like late lurkers on, you know, 2 base. That does not look very good for Zerg. Normally, you're going to be able to get that 3rd up quickly and everything, but it just has been the case. His economy has been so hindered. Now, here's the full group. Some more mutas are coming. More mutas are being made. Drone being sent out for a 3rd base location. Coming out, putting a little bit of damage. Cloak. Notice he keeps the Overlords back. Okay, he's bringing them in now. Quite a few. And the Wraiths. I mean, it's great micros, you can see. A lot of damage put out. And the micro a bit better here, I think, so far for Speed. But obviously, it's hard to micro with the mutas because the Wraiths are going in and out of Overlord vision. Overlords are slower than mutas and Wraiths. So it's a little bit tricky to micro this correctly as Zerg and as Terran. So you see, he's trying to stay out of vision. Overlord vision range is like to here. okay? It's hard to show you in a replay like this. But trust me, he's trying to stay right on the edge. And obviously, you will run out of energy on some of the wraiths and all that. If a wraith can be seen, the glaives can bounce. See, he sees one. Goes in, gets some damage, but a lot of mutas have died. It feels like the wraiths are just killing right now. Fantastic play here from Speed. Look at this. A lot of Marines and Medics being made. What do we have at home? Okay, Carapace, Lurker upgrade. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. He's going to get into heavier ground here to hold off the Marines and Medics, because the Wraiths with the Marines and Medics, the mutas literally would never have a chance. They would just be absolutely dominated. The Wraiths actually kind of dominating by themselves so far. Some of them are starting to fall, but yeah, you can see as they get back to those Marines, the Wraiths, oh my god, that micro out of control. And now some of the Overlords are going to end up dying. Oh, I think Speed is just going to take this. I think that's going to be that. He's got so much right now. Beautiful execution. The one base Wraith opener with the big damage into this push. There's some Sunkens that are going to be made. He's got a decent amount of Hydras. The Lurker upgrade not quite done yet. Is he going to be able to actually morph some of these Lurkers? Okay, he starts one, but that was very low health, so gets picked off immediately. And I think this is it, guys. It looks to me like Speed has just dominated this game. The Sunkens might finish up, but the Wraiths themselves dealing so much damage here. Look at that. One Mutalisk remains, and there is no coming back from this, I think. Even though he does have that third base up. Like, look at this. The Sunken going to be picked off by the Wraiths. There are some more mutas being made, and he actually was popping some drones as well. This might be a nod towards the fact that he needs to not only hold it, but not be making nothing but army to have a chance. But this, yeah, it's getting worse and worse and worse. Trying to make Sunkens as he can, but that's not going to help against the Wraiths. More bio is coming across the map. Yeah, 3 Sunkens coming up. Trying to dive upon these Wraiths, but too many of those as well. And GG is called. HM and Zerg are out. Speed goes to the final match.